Hello and welcome to a new campaign of Terra Invicta. We are playing on the release candidate 18, so we are getting closer to the official release of Terra Invicta. I'm also spicing up the game with 3 mods which are buffing up the factions on Earth, because I'm of course way too experienced by now so I'm going to buff up them a bit to have a bit more challenge on Earth itself. We are going to go, of course, with the highest difficulty, brutal. We play the Academy, another pacifist, scientific faction, like the Protectorate, but we are not turning evil like we saw in the last campaign. We are going to convince the aliens that we are equals and have to fight for this. We're going to a long campaign, everything as usual, so we have something to do. In general, also, what I can say is that we are not going for the US right away. So if you play this for the first time and you play, for example, on normal difficulty or whatever, it's definitely recommended that you go for the US. That's one of the best starts you can get. But we are not going to do this because that was the last campaign we did. We also are not going to do China or India, so not the top 3. We are going for Europe, so our already hard settings are going to get harder from our choice of starting position. But that's something we can talk about in a second. It has its drawbacks, but it has also some benefits that we go for the EU, which we are going to experience in the first month. And now let's jump into the introduction video any second. Come on, let's go. There we go.
We remember the day the stars answered, the day we learned we were not alone. As a familiar sun rose on an unfamiliar universe, some of us saw wondrous possibility, and others existential danger. The astronomers had insisted that the bright streak in the sky was no natural phenomenon. Most of us didn't really believe them until it burned through our atmosphere and crashed in a remote region, leaving only wreckage and uncertainty. In our ignorance, we fractured, taking refuge in our most primal emotions. Each of us saw what we wanted to see. Fear is understandable, a natural reaction to the unknown. It is only by joining together that we can rise above our base impulses. Our strength lies in our collective knowledge and our rich history of innovation. It is that bond that gives us courage, for if we cannot rise above our fear, we have learned nothing, and we are lost.
Okay, the aliens have crashed down in Tanzania, so in
Hello,
Africa.
Chancellor. The Council has appointed you leader of our organization. I am Li Qingzao, your provost. We are living in a time of chaos, ridden with both danger and opportunity. The alien arrival carries the potential for great good and great evil. And as yet, we have no way of knowing which it shall be.
So yeah, we don't know if the aliens are evil or good. We are going to investigate the crash site, what has happened there. But before we jump into that, so we are not playing US, we are not playing India, not China. We are going for a Europe start. Ideally, I actually want to get Britain back in the EU and maybe do a Commonwealth rush. Or not rush, but a build, so that we unify the Commonwealth again, which means Canada, South Africa, Australia and such, which opens a lot of possibilities. Because this is going to be a long campaign, so we can do quite some Earth-focused builds here, which we are going to need. But that's something for later as well. Let's get started with investigating our councilors here. But first we set up science. We need to do Skywatch and then Deep System Skywatch so that we can see what the aliens are doing, and that way we are going to find out that they are not friendly. And that's going to be the first big challenge for the Academy, which is of course scientific pacifist. We are going to find out that this is not going to work. So that's what we have to rush for to... yeah. We have to rush for this, basically. So, we do have a persuasion org available here. Nice. And it also gives public campaign. That's really good. For example, this lady here, Emma Hoyt, does not have persuasion. Not public campaign, but she also only has 4 persuasion. She is an engineer getting us... That's actually good. We get bonuses to boost and space program. That's useful at start. We also get plus science, and we get a project That's a really good scientist start. And we also have Hetet. Ooh, I'm not sure how to pronounce this. Ted. Let's call him Ted. He's an extremist, firebrand, prosperous, family ties, demanding, untouchable, indulgent, and addict. So a lot of good and bad stats at the same time. Starts, however, for 7 persuasion. Public campaign is included. We can, for example, just buff him up here with 2 persuasion, so we are already at 9 now. Yeah, then the big question is, what do we do with her, with Emma? She has good stats, we should... But she doesn't have science income, actually. She has 8 science stat at start, but she doesn't have science income. That's, of course, ugh. But that can be changed. Okay, now, let's check recruiting. So we do have 1 person with public campaign and 1 without, and we have only 1 person with decent persuasion and 1 with bad persuasion. So we definitely want someone with 8 or 7 at least. Which means it's basically only this person, or maybe this one afterwards when we have more influence. But let's see. So the professor here, ooh, that's also a lot of stats. But ooh, look at these incomes here. And 47 means he also brings a lot of experience with it. He's a teacher giving us knowledge, apocalyptic, pariah. In United States, we don't care about that. Opinion leader, that's good. Physicist is very good. Energy science, oh, this is really good, because we need to do a lot of fusion research. Persuasion, family ties, and pariah, that's good. So he has buffs in US and he can't go there. Insecure can be moved. Demanding is okay. Academic is also good. Yeah, I'm actually leaning towards a professor. And then we have the activist, he's a reformer, government points. Extremist. Yeah, no, it's gonna be the professor here. We are going to recruit him. That's a lot of income actually we get from him right away. So 15 science with a base stat of 6 already, 6 admin on top of that. So that's really good. And he doesn't have public campaign, so we are going to buy it for him. Here we go. So he has now 8 and we can buy him another persuasion. So we have 9 on him. So we have 499. We can buff this up to actually 5. We should do this. And now we can get started on going for countries and set up the first missions. So we do have, oh, we have 24 in China. It would be so perfect as a start. But we also have 24% in France and Sweden. So that's something we can go for. Germany has 22 and Italy has 21. So this is where we can build a power base around. So we actually can build... we can get started on China. It's France itself. So we are going to actually, let's hammer this home. Let's hammer France home from the get-go. We invest 2 times 8. And we're going to send Emma to the crash site.
Headed there now.
Science goes into Skywatch. We start with 53 science from the get-go. That's really good. It's going to go up quickly. And if you get lucky and get France in 2 control points right away, that would also be perfect. And I think we have to get started on spoiling for money right away to get the door ink here. Yeah, we have to get this one before it disappears on the 16th, potentially. Definitely. Yeah, we definitely want this one. So we have to spoil hard right away if we can make it work. So let's see. So by the way, I'm going to try to cut everything in 20 to 30 minute episodes. We are going to do relatively short episodes at the beginning with with like a lot of few steps. And then later we are going to jump further and further into the future, especially when this space game is going to start, because there will be a lot of repetitive work of setting up HEPs and everything, which I'm going to cut out.
Found something.
But for the moment,
we have completed our initial field investigation at the crash site.
yeah, I'm going to record most of the important decisions we are making here to get this campaign going. We have gathered some fragments of debris from the site for analysis, but there's no sign of the spacecraft crew. Are they hiding? Did some other human organization seize them? Or do they have their own plans? We gain 20 influence and 20 science, which of course goes immediately into Skywatch. Sadly, nobody else is pushing this properly, but let's see where we are in a second. And now let's get France, please. Come on. Get me France.
Our
There we go.
suppliers are in place.
And
We're
there we go.
taking over.
Perfect. So we are going to set it on kleptocratic for now. So that we get the funding, the money that we need for our campaign here. Ideally, we can pull it off. We go into science here, of course, because I think that's the most worth it. We can get influence +3. We can get 10 money, 50 ops. No, science is best because it speeds up the Skywatch, which we really, really need. So Spain is falling already. And Humanity First is taking Italy, so this leaves us potentially with Germany here afterwards.
Service.
But we are going to continue here. Oh, wait a second, wait a second. We have to buy our 4th agent first. Haha, almost forgot that. So we could, for example, get the activist now. Could also get the professor here. Ooh, he's teacher, streetwise. Awkward genius. I need to mute my phone here. 1 second. That doesn't give me stuff. Brazen, low profile, military scientist, innovative, family ties in India, academic as well. So this is a lot of good steps which can be upgraded later. 9 base science. This is tempting. It's really tempting. We definitely want, however, who has 7 investigation as well. We could build him into a crackdown build if we get lucky with orcs as well. Ooh, this is powerful. Let's get the professor. We get massive amount of science for this earlier on and we get influence. So Ishan comes with 28 experience as well. We could... Let's keep it for now, because we could consider, for example, going into national hero. No, we don't need that. Into senior military scientist or educator to buff our knowledge gains relatively early on. Or we just buff him up in admin, if need be. Yeah, so but now... we don't have that's the main thing. We don't have that much influence available, so we can only invest 4 here.
Establishing our presence.
And Tom as well is going to only use 4 to get France under control. Now we have to see what we do with the others here. So we could, for example, go into Belgium here, but that's already getting taken. Sweden is also getting taken, so maybe we can get a bit of Norway here. And we don't have influence left. Or we just take Iceland.
We'll bring this nation to our side.
For a bit of science here. Wait a second, policies. No. We take Iceland. Yeah, let's take Iceland for science and everything. So that's a very cheap country. And then we don't need to go Iceland right now. We can take something more precious. Do we have some decent chances here in Europe? Not really. Not with 2 persuasions. So actually, but you can do something better probably. Yeah, you could. Actually, let's try to get Belgium as well. So let's see if we can get in there. They can't do everything at the same time here. So let's see what we get. And 214 money. Not going to work out.
Gain significant support.
We're not going to get enough money in time here.
We failed to take control.
This is a very good orc as well. Okay, let's wait until the 14th.
We've gained significant support.
So we should put everything on kleptocratic again. And here as well. We need money as much as we can. Yeah, now before the new orcs. So let's buy this one. If we can. On the professor here, let's build him towards investigation. So we get +2. Oh, what was that? It was a leg. Okay. So he is already at 9 investigation now. That's really good for crackdowns early on. We definitely deliver our manifesto here to increase our chances. And Protectorate is in the game. And now, let's see. Oh, Door Ink is still available. Good. So good that we bought the other one. Now we just have to make sure that in 1 month we have bought the Door Ink here.
Standing by.
And we should also keep an eye on experience if there is a potential upgrade going on. But we are not going to do... We are not upgrading Ishan in Persuasion, because we don't need to. So he's going to just continue on Iceland here. And...
Where to?
We need one more here in France.
Establishing our presence.
And now we
Standing by
can...
for orders.
Acknowledged.
Where do we want to go? I think we want to go into Italy here. And Emma is going to try Belgium again.
Control.
There we go. So that's what we're going to do. Hey, and Skywatch is almost done, and actually someone else is investing into it. That's good. That's really good.
Every circumstance.
So we're going to finish that global tech now. Again, another 1 cohesion.
The trick is not to look directly at
And
what
we
you're trying to
get the next pick, and we see that there are fleets transferring to low Earth orbit now. Somewhere in the solar system. Now we go into Deep System Skywatch immediately to find out where the alien bases are. So we see here now that there's something flying from Jupiter and Saturn to Earth. Which is, of course, weird. So what are they doing here if they just crashed? Good. And we continue taking control points here. Yeah, I think we... It's just that what we want, right? So... We have to be conservative with influence for potential good orcs that we need to buy. We want this one for the admin and the science. We want to put that on our scientist, probably. Question is on which. If we build him towards investigation first and later into science, then he will definitely need admin. And this would provide both what we want. But we still don't have an orc. We still need an orc which actually gives him crackdown. So we have to be a bit conservative here, but maybe it's actually a good idea to just take this orc on Ishan. Alternatively, it would be Emma here, which gets this one. But she doesn't have a base income of science, so that's the drawback. We could also give it to Tom to buff him up further, who is going into Persuasion. 64. He only has 6 base signs, so... I think I'm going to put it on Ishan. So... And here I'm going to make the first jump, so that we just continue a bit to see how well our progress towards Deep System Skywatch is going here. Because we want to finish it this year, so 22. Ideally, that's what we can achieve here. Okay, I've invested some science to finish up the Alien Signatures project. There's no doubt extraterrestrial life has touched down on Earth. The many questions we have regarding its origin, its species, and its intent will have to wait. All that matters now is finding it. By cross-referencing reports of unusual events in the vicinity of the landing site, with similar data from our global intelligence network, we have developed a tracking system able to reliably identify disappearances most likely resulting from alien activity. So we can now see when abductions happen.
Chancellor, our inquiry so far has only yielded more mysteries.
So the fragments of debris have posed more questions than answers. Some of them do not appear to precisely match any ally we are familiar with. More importantly, we have determined that at least one alien survived the crash. It left the crash site under its own power and moved into the local wilderness. How prepared is this alien for its arrival on Earth, and what will it do now? It is very possible that the aliens are as ignorant of us as we are of them. They will have their own procedures, their own debates. Through watching their actions, the first clues will filter through to us. So we get a few new quests here that have to be resolved eventually. So we are not going to invest science into it. Now the sad part is that, as we can see here, we are mostly alone on Deep System Skywatch. So we are going to finish it at the end of the year most likely. because the others are busy with the other project, which is fine for the moment. I hope that someone else will switch into supporting this project as well. Meanwhile, we have been able to grab the wanted orb here, and I have created a new template, which we can see here. So we are going to invest heavily into boost, a little bit of spoils, and then a bit of economy and welfare just to keep the spoils in check for now, that we do not get too much inequality in our states. Meanwhile, we have gotten a crackdown on Belgium here by the Humanity First, so they didn't like that we are present in their turf, but that's fine. And now we are going to push forward here and continue taking over stuff. We have started on England, we have started on Germany, so both of them are going to get into our hands now, which is going to fill up our capacity of control points very, very quickly here. But we do have the influence right now,
them on board.
so that we can do that kind of stuff.
Ready to go.
Iceland is also done, and now the question is, what can we do with our 2 persuasion person here? Probably not a lot, but that's fine, I guess. So we could also, of course, try to... No, that's only our own guys here. We can also not really do... Oh, wait, we could do stabilizers here if we want to, for example. No, we don't need to, actually. We don't need to. So we can try to, for example, get our hands into, let's say, Hungary, for example, or maybe Croatia. Let's get Croatia here.
Establishing control.
Actually, let's invest 1 influence here to get this. Oh, let's do 2. Yeah.
We will bring this
Get rid of
nation to
chances
our
here.
side.
And this way we are going to expand our hold on the EU here. And now let's see when we can finish up the project, how long it will actually take. And we wait for the new orcs on the 16th or 15th here to see what else we maybe want to buy now. Because from those which are still available, this one would be the best one, but 2.4k money is quite far away right now. We would need to spoil very heavily for this, which I don't want to do right now. Instead, I want to get going on the boost income here. So, yeah. So that's what we're going to aim for. Okay, we are on the 7th of December, and on the next day or next mission phase, our Deep System Skywatch should finish. So let's see if it's before the next mission phase or after. Nah, it's after the next mission phase. So let me explain what I'm currently doing. So we are now at capacity limit that we can afford here. And we control England, we control France, we control Germany. But we are also controlling some minors like Ireland now. But I have abandoned them and I put everything on boost. Now you might ask why. Well, because boost is getting shared in the whole EU. So France is going to get the majority of the boost that is produced in Ireland due to how the federations work. So of course we are also spreading a lot of our boost that we are producing in France into the other nations here, but at least we can make these minor nations work in our favor. We also took, for example, Croatia here to do the same with that. We have done the same with Greece as well. And for example, now we can look around what else we want to take. So for example, there is still Bulgaria available here. But we could also go for Slovakia here, or the remnants of Czechia and Austria. Both make sense, so we are going to just pick something. Oh, Netherlands is still available, so let's go there. So we just take whatever we can here.
Standing by.
We are going to use our
Restoring
Ishan now to just
Ready for
do
my
stuff
mission.
that doesn't have decent chances, so we
Bringing them to
farm
our
experience.
side.
We farm experience points. So next mission phase we should get the Netherlands. And ooh, we could take this orb, but I don't think that's worth it right now. Is it worth it? Definitely put this one in admin here. Let's do it actually, because it's 100 income that can pay off relatively quickly. So let's do it.
They are here to cleanse.
Servants have revealed themselves as
How
well.
could one
Here we
so
go.
young coddle that you-
Now let's see where we are in regards to our research. So we now see the alien bases in the solar system. We can check that out in a second. Let's first talk about... Yeah, we definitely need to get the rocketry upgrades here, because we want to get to the moon eventually. So that's something we have to do. We also want to push everything we have now into clandestine stealth to get our next agent, Councilor here, which came from the We Are Not Alone project, global tech that has finished. And now we wait for the global event to happen, which is going to reveal that the aliens are definitely not nice people. We can see here that there are a lot of ships coming towards us, and the alien base is where? Ah, here, Mengpo. I never had that here. So we can see here that they do have 2 stations here, 2 bases, which they are using. And so they are flying towards Earth and whatever. I'm not sure where they are flying. Oh, they're all flying to Earth for now, so they're not spreading out in the solar system as of yet, but that will change quickly. So let's keep going here and keep waiting for that event to happen. So that should happen within a month. Maybe it's in a few days, but sometimes it takes a bit longer. Let's see if it happens very quickly here. And then
Our supporters are in place.
yeah, I know. Critical success is of course nice. We put that onto the new boost template, but we are just going to abandon it right away so that we do not get
We've gained significant support.
So we have to do that, of course, after every point
Our
we take
supporters
here,
are in place.
just to save up some influence that we gain here. So now everything is set on boost. It is abandoned, but it's feeding into the EU to benefit us all. This one is also a very important project because we get signs on all our councillors +3, which is a lot. And now we can go to the next country that we can take over this race. So let's actually do Bulgaria
We'll be
here.
running this place in no time.
Reporting
You as well.
Ready for my mission.
And you, I think... Let's actually get Austria. Portugal
Bring it to
I'll
our
leave
side.
open because I'm tempted to take this after the crackdown event, which should happen any second now. So come on, come on, come on. Let's get lucky here.
Things are cooling off.
Come on. Yeah, they're surpassing us. Ooh! Initiative is going after us. Whoa. That's annoying. Mhm. Netherlands got purged already.
We're taking over.
The thing is that we are currently leading in
We've gained significant
control
support.
points coverage, so that's the problem here. Okay, we can keep
Our
Bulgaria
supporters
for
are
now.
in place.
Just get the signs. Yes, it's fine like this. So the reason why they are going to purge us already is that we are leading. So they have 100, 150, 233. So they're a bit ahead of us. 180, 180. So they are tempted to go after us currently because we were leading for a few mission phases. So let's see how much they will actually take
I'm here.
when we let them. Actually, we can also do... Yeah, Estland. No, Latvia is still
To
open.
our side.
So let's get this one out of the way as
At
well.
service.
And
here.
just do stuff that grant us decent experience on our
Where do you need me?
chancellors here. Councillors. So we go to
We'll bring
here as
this
well.
nation to our side.
Let's go. And hopefully the event will kick in. We're getting unlucky here currently, because I had it sometimes fire after a few days. And I also have seen it taking over a month to fire. I think it's within 30 days it has to fire. But yeah, we are getting close to 30 now. Ah, really? They were... Wow.
We've got our people in place.
That's annoying.
Our supporters are in place.
Mission cancelled.
That doesn't matter. Come on, give me the event now. Oh, still no.
Ready for orders.
I want to make a cut in this episode. Taking longer than I expected,
Ready.
so that's the problem.
Where do you need me?
And you go... Let's pacify
We
this
will
one.
restore peace to this nation.
With
And
the op.
we go into Czechia here instead.
Establishing our
So in
presence.
this mission phase, it should happen now. There we go. They have not come in peace. Images of obvious alien military ships and structures in the far solar system has dashed hopes worldwide of peaceful contact. Many who wish to seek an avenue of cooperation with the aliens are changing their views in light of some of the first hard facts about their arrival. So the road ahead is fraught. We get half of our control points that we currently own get a crackdown. The good thing is that the ones which already have a crackdown are still counted towards us, so we get crackdowns on ones which are already cracked down, so that's a good thing. That's why I've spread out and abandoned so many nations. all nations' cohesion moves by 1 toward extreme values. So, we lost mass media in France. Legislature. Iceland, that's okay. Iceland, both in Iceland. 1 in Germany, 2 in Germany, 1 in Croatia, 3 in Germany, another Croatia, Ireland, United Kingdom, Greece. Oh god, that's a lot. Okay, there we go. So we only lost 2 in France. That's okay-ish. It hurts that we lost 3 in Germany. As we can see here, we lost 120 control points actually. So that's a lot. And now we have to see what we can do about this. Which means that we have to go into public campaigns now. We definitely take Portugal now next. And then we have to see what we can keep. So ideally, we somehow get United Kingdom back. But now we have a lot of stuff to do. And we definitely need the 5th agent here. So let's push this now. So that we can get him in a few mission phases, helping us keeping control of the EU somehow. And with that, I'm going to make a cut in this episode because we got to the point that they are not coming in peace. And now we have to see what we can make out of that in the next episode, that we can consolidate ourselves. So leave a like and subscribe, and see you in the next episode.